Dust chokes the air, thick and acrid. Amina crouches behind a shattered wall, the world around her reduced to smoke and ruin. The distant crackle of gunfire reverberates in the cold air, every breath a sting against the silence after the chaos. Clutching the tattered piece of cloth close to her chest, she glances over her shoulder. Soldiers converge, their shadows stretching like specters over broken pavement. Her heart pounds. How did she escape the inferno swallowing her city? What secret does that worn cloth hold, hidden beneath layers of dirt and fear? The year is 2014, somewhere near the volatile borderlands scarred by decades of conflict. The air smells of diesel, burnt rubber, and despair. Before the war shattered everything, Amina's life was a quiet rhythm of home, family, and distant dreams. The sun would rise over dusty rooftops and children would laugh in narrow alleys. But that peace was a fragile veil torn apart by gunshots that echoed through once thriving streets. The day the bombs fell, the ground trembling beneath her feet, Amina knew there was no turning back. Everything changed in a blink. Without warning, the thunderous roar of artillery ripped through the stillness. Houses exploded into flames, neighbors vanished like ghosts. Her family's home was reduced to rubble before her eyes. The tattered cloth she clings to is more than fabric. It carries memories and a secret too terrifying to reveal. Amidst the chaos, she fled, swallowed by a crowd of desperate souls seeking refuge. The journey forward was a nightmare etched into every step. Mud-clad roads became rivers of sorrow, the stench of death overwhelming. Each night she huddled with strangers, faces etched with exhaustion and fear. Hunger gnawed relentlessly, hope flickered weakly. Every mile was a gamble with death. The relentless drone of drones overhead, the flash of distant gunfire, and the piercing silence between were constant threats. She witnessed betrayal, friends turning foes, strangers preying on the vulnerable. Yet amidst the despair, Amina forged survival from sheer will. Fear was a fire that burned away hesitation. She navigated treacherous checkpoints, bartering lies with guarded soldiers. A daughter transformed into a shadow, invisible yet painfully present. The tattered cloth, once a mere token, became a talisman of resilience. But beneath its folds lay a secret darker than the war itself, one that could doom her or save her. As the war raged, Amina's spirit broke and rebuilt in cycles of agony and grit. Her nights haunted by memories of screaming children, by the face of a lost mother, by the cold silence of abandonment. She grasped for hope in whispered prayers and stolen moments of kindness. The day she crossed into a foreign land, battered and broken, was the day her true struggle began. The promise of safety was shadowed by new battles, bureaucracy, prejudice, and the invisible scars that no shelter could mend. The climax of her ordeal arrived not with loud explosions, but in a quiet interrogation room, far from war's frontline. The tattered cloth revealed a hidden imprint, a message encoded beneath years of grime, a truth that put her life in peril. The secret was a betrayal of trust, a horrifying fact that those who seek refuge might carry wounds no one dare see. What she hid was not merely a token of loss, but a burden that could shatter fragile asylum or ignite suspicion and violence. This reality rarely reaches headlines or history books. Survivors sometimes bear secrets that outlast war. Their silence is protection and prison alike. Amina's journey underscores the brutal truth that beyond displacement lies trauma unseen, battles fought in shadows, and a desperation for understanding that war refuses to grant. Her story is a testament to human resilience, a reminder that survival is more complex than escape. Today, as she stands far from the ruins of her past, Amina's tale echoes as a solemn warning. War's legacy is not just death and destruction, but hidden scars that linger and shape destinies. The tattered cloth, circled in red, remains a symbol, a secret kept safe amid ruin, fear, and hope. What would you carry if you had to run from everything you knew? And what secret would you hide to survive? Amina's story is not unique, but it is urgent. It invites us to look beyond headlines, to listen to the silence behind the noise, and to remember the human lives caught in the merciless crossfire of history. Their resilience is a quiet rebellion against oblivion. The terrifying secret she hid reminds us all: war changes more than maps, it changes souls forever.